straight on because he got a golden buzzer from Simon Cowell in his audition, and then another one from Amanda Holden during Saturday night's semi-finals, which means that singer Matty J is heading to the Britain's Got Talent final.
One unforgettable performance on Britain's Got Talent transformed Matty Juniosa from an unfamiliar face into one of the competition's biggest breakout stars. But that emotional golden buzzer moment was only the latest chapter in a journey filled with disappointment, difficult choices, and years of starting over. Before the standing ovation and nationwide attention, he had already experienced setbacks that could have ended his dream. So, how did someone once written off finally earn the moment he'd been chasing for years? The dream that seemed over before it began. Long before millions of viewers watched him earn a golden buzzer on Britain's Got Talent, Matty Juniosa was simply a young boy with a voice that followed him wherever life took him. Born in Quezon City, Philippines, Matty spent much of his childhood moving from one place to another. His family lived in several cities and provinces, including Mandaluyong, Zamboanga, Tawi-Tawi, Cavite, and Taguig. Each move meant adjusting to a new environment, new classmates, and a different way of life. But through every change, one thing remained constant. Music was always there. He started singing at around 5 years old, and as he grew older, performing became more than just a hobby. During his years at St. Paul College of Makati, he joined the school choir and regularly competed in singing contests. Friends and classmates remembered him as someone who was always eager to perform, whether on a competition stage or simply entertaining people around him. Later, while studying at De La Salle University, he continued developing his talent as a member of the university's premier vocal performance group, gaining valuable experience in front of live audiences. After graduating in 2018, Matty faced a choice that many aspiring artists know all too well. He could pursue a more predictable path, or take a chance on the dream he had carried since childhood. He chose the second option. That decision soon led him to the inaugural season of Idol Philippines. Earning a place in the competition was already a significant achievement, especially considering the thousands of hopeful singers who auditioned. Matty advanced all the way to the top 12, putting him within reach of the breakthrough he had been chasing for years. But success on a televised competition depended on more than just talent. During the first live show, contestants performed songs by renowned Filipino composer Ryan Cayabayab, while audiences across the country cast their votes. Although Matty had impressed enough to reach the finals, he lacked the widespread public recognition that many contestants relied on. When the combined scores from the judges and viewers were announced, he received the lowest overall score among the finalists and became one of the first contestants eliminated. For someone who had invested years into pursuing music, the moment was devastating. Publicly leaving the competition so early made it seem as though his biggest opportunity had disappeared almost overnight. Even Matty later admitted that he wondered if he would always be remembered as someone who fell short whenever the stakes were highest. It would have been easy to walk away from music altogether. Instead, an unexpected opportunity arrived almost immediately. The same television network that had just watched his competition journey end was about to offer him something few eliminated contestants ever receive: a second chance that would completely change the direction of his career. Why walking away became his greatest risk. Most contestants who are eliminated early from a televised singing competition slowly fade from the spotlight. But for Matty Juniosa, an unexpected opportunity arrived just when it seemed his career had stalled. Not long after his Idol Philippines journey ended, the same television network gave him another chance. This time, he joined fellow contestants Lucas Garcia and Enzo in a newly formed vocal trio called Idols. Instead of watching his dream disappear, Matty suddenly found himself back on television, performing for audiences across the country and building a growing fan base alongside his new group. Over the next few years, Idols established themselves through television appearances, live performances, and original music. In 2020, each member released a solo single under the same major Filipino record label. Matty's song, Sayo na Talaga, marked an important milestone in his career. After the disappointment of his competition exit, seeing his own name attached to an official release proved that his journey as an artist was far from over. The trio continued gaining momentum, appearing on popular television programs including It's Showtime and Your Face Sounds Familiar. Then another achievement quietly added to Matty's growing resume. In 2021, Dolls released the song Kapangyarihan, which would later become the final lip-sync track in the Season 2 finale of Drag Race Philippines. For many viewers, it was simply a memorable performance. Few realized that one of the voices behind that song belonged to the same singer who had once finished at the bottom of the Idol Philippines finalists. Just as things finally seemed to be falling into place, Matty made a decision that surprised many of his supporters. Instead of pursuing a stable recording career, he left the group after earning a partial scholarship to study musical theatre at the Royal Conservatoire of Scotland. The decision meant walking away from a major record label and established success in the Philippines. But he embraced the risk as a chance to grow beyond his comfort zone. Life in Glasgow was anything but easy. While studying for his Bachelor of Fine Arts degree in musical theatre, he balanced demanding classes with part-time work as a waiter to help cover his expenses. Adapting to a new country, a different culture, and the pressures of professional theatre training tested him both personally and financially. Yet he refused to quit. By the time he graduated in 2024, he had performed in productions such as Kinky Boots and The Hunchback of Notre Dame, appeared at the Edinburgh Festival Fringe, and built valuable stage experience. Still, like many theatre graduates, he returned to waiting tables while searching for his next opportunity. To some, it may have looked as though all those years of sacrifice had led nowhere. But behind the scenes, Matty was quietly preparing for one more chance. This time with a strategy that would change everything. The performance that changed everything. After years of rebuilding his career from the ground up, Matty Juniosa refused to leave his next opportunity to chance. When he auditioned for Britain's Got Talent, he prepared with intention, instead of relying on hope alone. He carefully studied Simon Cowell's judging style and watched past performances that earned his praise. Discovering that Purple Rain by Prince was one of Simon's favorite songs, Matty turned his audition into a well-planned strategy. Everything he had experienced up to that point shaped the way he approached the stage. The disappointment of Idol Philippines, the success and sacrifice of Idols, the demanding years of musical theatre training in Scotland, and the countless restaurant shifts that helped fund his dream all became part of the performance the audience was about to witness. When his audition aired on March 28, 2026, Matty followed the plan he had spent so long preparing. He began Purple Rain with restraint, allowing the emotion of the song to build naturally before unleashing the powerful vocals that had taken years to refine. As the performance intensified, the atmosphere inside the theater changed. Audience members gradually rose to their feet, and the judges' expressions made it clear they were witnessing something special. Then came the moment that changed everything. Before the song had even finished, Simon Cowell reached forward and pressed the golden buzzer, sending gold confetti raining across the stage. Matty stood frozen in disbelief as the audience erupted around him. In just a few unforgettable minutes, the singer, who had once questioned whether he would ever succeed, had become the first golden buzzer recipient of the season. The impact extended far beyond the theater. As clips of the audition spread online, viewers in the Philippines quickly recognized the familiar face. Many remembered watching his journey on Idol Philippines years earlier, while longtime supporters of Idols proudly shared videos of his earlier performances. Others were surprised to discover that the same voice behind Kapangyarihan, featured during the Drag Race Philippines Season 2 finale, was now earning international recognition on one of television's biggest stages. With the live semifinals approaching, Matty revealed that he planned to showcase a completely different side of his artistry, determined to prove that his golden buzzer moment was only the beginning. But regardless of what happened next, one thing had already become undeniable. His story was never really about a single audition. It was about refusing to let disappointment write the final chapter. Every setback had quietly prepared him for the opportunity he had been waiting for, and every difficult decision had led him to that stage. Sometimes success doesn't arrive because someone never fails. Sometimes it belongs to the person who keeps rebuilding until the world finally notices. And for Matty Juniosa, that moment had finally arrived. Thanks for watching. What do you think is next for Matty Juniosa? Share your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe for more incredible stories, and don't miss our next video.